Hello, 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 everybody. Happy TVU Thursday. Welcome to another episode of The Black Umbrella. We are your hosts. I'm Frenchie.
I'm Mika.
And I'm Wes.
Yes. And today we have a very special guest in the house, okay? Imported straight from the plane. Straight from the plane. Right on over here to us to see our beautiful faces. We have this beautiful face in the house today. Our friend, Sarahn.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
We're happy to have you. We're ready for some Sarahn Says energy over here today.
Y'all are going to get it, too.
I'm ready. I am so ready. Do you want to give us just a little bit about who you are, what you do?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm Sarahn, and first and foremost, I'm just grateful to be here. Gratitude is my attitude. No, but seriously, thank you all so much for being here and welcoming me into this space. I'm from West Philly. LA is my second home, so really being here is like being home. And a little bit about myself. I mean, besides the fact that I'm grateful and I'm happy to be here, whatever else is important, it'll come up. It'll come up.
You know it.
It'll come up.
It will.
Yes.
We're happy to have you here, boo.
Yes.
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 Well, let's get into it, shall we? Word of the day?
Let's do it.
And yes, she is a bitch. BICTH. And in that order.
Today's word of the day is spooky. Spooky, strange, unsettling, or frightening in a way that suggests the supernatural. So my question for you today is there a spooky movie that you like to watch during the season?
I feel like my spooky movie always changes. I feel like right now I'm really into Wendell and Wild and Coraline. Something
That's
about
good.
like the little dolls. Something's going on with me with dolls right now.
The claymation.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on now.
Claymation.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't know. That's where I'm at right now, though.
I don't like spooky movies or scary movies, so I guess spooky is a good genre for me. So, Twitches, baby.
Hey.
I'm a Disney.
Twitches.
I'm a Disney like Halloween kid. Like I watch Halloween Town. I watch Twitches, all that good stuff. And every now and then I even watch 17 again because that's not really spooky, but I mean it has a little bit of a little to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I am not a scary movie person. I know spooky and scary are not the same, but even spooky, I'm like,
Too much.
if it's enough, yeah. Like if it's enough to have me thinking twice, it's not my vibe. So I mean, I like Hocus Pocus.
That's a classic.
I do. That one's good. I like Twitches. So that's like as scary and spooky as it gets for me. Because I'm the girl that'll like cut out the lights and run up the steps. Like, real life. Like be scared, have anxiety. Like when I'm going to my car and stuff. So I really can't play around with that.
No, that's some
Okay,
real
no,
shit.
that's
though.
real.
That's real shit.
That's real.
Because people are crazy and wild.
No, they are.
God,
You need to
it's
run to your car.
true.
Yes.
It's true.
For me, I always watch the Blade movies like all the time.
That is, I used to run Blade back and back and back in my house. VHS.
I've never seen Blade.
Really?
Vampires.
Because we don't like scary movies. That's why we have not seen them. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Who's in it?
What's Blade about?
Wesley Snipes.
Oh. Okay. Blade.
Blade, yeah. Vampire. You like
I like
Interview with the
vampires.
Vampire.
Yeah, that's
so,
a good one, y'all.
You know,
Yeah.
it's really just about vampires.
Yeah.
I probably won't check it out, but
Hey, you know.
Hey.
It is what it is.
you never know.
The one spooky thing I was kind of into was the Addams Family.
Oh,
I don't know why
that
I
too.
always liked that. There was
Yes.
something
Yeah.
about it that just wasn't really scary.
Yeah.
That was a little scary for me.
They knew how to put in laughs. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. You know, like you can laugh, you can chuckle at it a little bit.
Yeah.
At least.
Little chuckle.
Let's go ahead and move on to a little game that we like to play here. Y'all should know this by now. We love to play the and today we are going to our favorite deck when we have a guest on the show is our strangers deck. Not because Sarahn is a stranger to us, but because she's a stranger to y'all, maybe. Possibly.
You never know.
So we have some questions here that we would like to ask you. And the first one is, if there was a movie about your life right now, which actor would best play you and why?
Oh my God. I am not into actors. Like, I love film, but I don't get attached to like the actors. I've never been that person that's like my favorite Hollywood star. Never. So it's hard for me to think. But honestly, I don't know why the first person, and don't kill me, not that y'all would, but the first person that popped up in my mind was Chloe Bailey.
Oh.
People tell me that I kind of remind them of her sometimes. I don't know why. And I know she's been doing some acting on the side. She was in that
she was in Grownish.
She was in that spooky
movie.
that short. What was it called?
Swarm.
Yeah.
She was in Swarm for a hot second.
Yeah. And it started with a sex scene.
Yeah, she was getting her back on.
And that's
now.
very much my Scorpio energy. So I feel like she, I guess that's who I would say. And only because I can't think of anybody else. But shout out to Chloe Bailey.
Shout out, Chloe.
Shout out. I can see that.
I can see it too.
I can see
right?
it.
Next question. Describe a moment that changed your life.
Wow. Okay. The first moment that popped in my mind was when me and Wes were actually in Ghana, West Africa. This was almost 10 years ago. And we had traveled to Cape Coast, Ghana, and we were having like dinner at this like beach hut.
Ooh.
And it was like on an island, or it was by the beach. And I remember like walking out towards the water, but like not really in the water, just like walking towards the sand by myself and looking up at the stars. And it was the most stars I have ever seen in my entire life.
Oh my goodness.
On the coast of Ghana. And like it almost felt like, you see how this ring light is almost more light than it is ring?
Yeah.
That's how it
Yes.
was. It was like more stars than it was sky. I had never seen anything like that before. It was more lit than it was dark. I was like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. And I think it just changed my life because it made me realize how not only just how expansive the world is, but how you only see what you see based off of where you are and your ability to see it, right? Because those stars are always there.
Yeah.
But why didn't I see them when I was in LA or when I was in Philly or when I wasn't on that coast in that moment? Why was it at that moment in that place? That was when I saw the stars. That was when I saw the lit night sky. And it made me realize, like, not just perspective, but place, but time, but position, how all of it influences what you see. And what you see is what you choose to be. What you see is what you choose to strive for. What you see is what you choose to go after. What you choose to model after. How you dream is how you live your life. So by it expanding my vision, it allowed me to dream bigger, which allowed me to live bigger. And my life started changing after that. Like I just started going into a whole nother mode of like going hard for what I wanted for myself.
Oh,
so that's my moment.
We're gonna get
speaking into the whole. That's a speaking into the whole.
We are giving Sarahn the show at this point.
Yeah,
what?
We're just gonna turn our mics off.
Right.
And let her
We're
speak.
just gonna let Sarahn speak from now on. Okay.
Oh my God. Wow.
If you were a superhero, what would be your name and 3 superpowers?
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna come back to the name. I'm gonna say the powers first. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm choosing these powers.
Okay.
This is always one of those things I've known. Like if I was a superhero, my first power would be to fly.
Oh yeah.
My spirit animal is a bird. I like being up high, and I just love the idea of just being in the sky and just like soaring. The freedom that comes along with it. That would be my first superpower. My second superpower would be to heal people. I would want to just be able to like, you have a cut and now you don't.
Yes.
Your leg is broke and now it's not. Just because I'm already a healer. I'm a healer with my energy, so being able to be a healer with my hands, that would be phenomenal. And my third superpower would be not to read people's minds, but to, going back to perspective, talking about the night sky, I think just to see other people's perspective. Like to put
like that.
myself, to put myself in somebody else's shoes, to be able to be like, well, what do they see? You know, when they look at this piece of art, I see this, but what do they see?
Yeah.
When they look at this person, I see this, but what do they see? Being able to see other people's perspectives would be mine.
I like that, because some people, they're just like, you just don't get it. You're like, hold on.
Right. I'm about to.
Let me get it. Let me get it.
It's coming to me.
1 second. Yeah, no. Yeah. And the name? Oh, my God. I have no idea. I don't know. Why don't you give me one?
Oh.
I'm flying.
My
I'm
Supernova
healing
girl.
people. Okay.
Yeah, Supernova girl.
Supernova girl. I'm with it.
Supernova
Yeah.
girl.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Stars flying.
Boom.
It only makes sense.
Yep.
And then when I'm mature, I'm just supernova.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just like that.
No girl.
No, girl.
Supernova.
The
Yeah.
Supernova girl is like the first comic book. And
Right.
then when you get to the, yes.
She's evolved.
Yep. When she finds the supernova boy, then she becomes just supernova.
Boom.
I like that.
Yep.
And he stays Supernova boy?
No. Then he becomes supernova man, or I don't know. We had to work on it. You came up with a name, not me. 'Cause you
I
better-
know, right?
Okay. Don't put that on me.
First gentleman Nova.
Gentleman Nova. Gentle Nova.
Gentle Nova, first of his name.
Right? First of his name.
King of the Andals.
The last question that we have is, do you feel your greatest achievement is behind or ahead of you, and why?
100% ahead of me. 100%. Why? I know that I am really just like at the beginning of my journey for the gifts that I have and that I'm supposed to give to the world. And I think that those gifts exist in many ways. I don't think that they just exist professionally. I think that they exist personally. I know that I am going to be a fulfilled, happy, abundant, and generous wife and mother. That has not happened for me yet, but I know that's a part of my story. I know that I will be able to give back to my community. I already have, but I'll be able to do it in greater ways. I know that the voice that I have, the gifts that I have, the things that the Creator has instilled in me have been seeded and have sprouted and have grown, but haven't even really blossomed into the garden, which is my existence.
Hey.
So it's all ahead of me, baby.
Ooh,
Hey.
it's all ahead of me.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on.
Some applause.
Supernova.
Supernova.
Supernova girl.
Supernova girl.
Hey, it's ahead of me.
It's ahead of me.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Oh, that was just so good.
Is
I
it
almost
okay
wanna-
for me to ask you that same question? You specifically, I want to know.
Ooh, what was the question? Do I feel my okay? Honestly, I feel like it's ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I got
Okay.
you.
Honestly, I feel like it's ahead of me. I feel like there's just so much more that I want to do, and I'm ready to just kind of like unlock it, unleash it. And so I'm ready to just like really tap into what it is that I know I can do and that I know I really, really want to do. Just gotta stop being scared.
That fear, man.
Yeah.
I also think that that's a really deep question because, I mean, with the exception of people maybe saying my kids are my greatest achievement, I feel like anybody who would answer that question and say my greatest achievement is behind me, that makes me wonder, like, why would anybody feel like the peak of their greatness has already passed? As long as you have life and as long as you have dreams, you have more to do. You have more, like, new heights to climb to, you know? So I think that's one of those questions that's really more designed for you to just encourage yourself and figure out, like, what do I want that's next? Because if your greatest accomplishment is behind you, then what are you living for?
Can we get the applause again?
Again, baby. It's here again.
Thank you.
Applause and snaps.
Oh, so sweet.
And side note, shout out to Joanna.
Yes. We have a live studio.
Joanna.
Hey, Joanna.
Joanna is here, y'all. Joanna's in. We talk about her all the time on the podcast, but Joanna's here in studio with us, y'all.
Gorgeous. From head to
Look at
toe.
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yes. So thank you for being here, girl.
Yeah, thank you, girl.
Yeah. Yay, this is so fun. I'm having a good time today.
Me too.
I just don't even want to continue with the schedule. I just want to talk. Right. But I guess I'll move on. Are we ready for the birds?
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Yes.
Sweet sounds.
It was so funny. I was kind of side eyeing. I was going to ask, like, did they sound okay today? I'm not really too sure.
Honey, they were a little bit low today, but I had to keep it low.
They were a little low today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can we talk about how hard they go at like 6 a.m. though?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
They go.
Baby, these birds go.
They
They go.
Oh my God.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. They be talking up a storm.
Honey, they be catching the tea right at 6 a.m.
For real. I'm
I
like,
think
dang.
birds are the biggest gossipers.
And that's their busiest hour right there.
Yes.
Right in the morning.
They get it all
They catch
out.
you up. Like, let me tell you what happened last night.
No, literally.
So,
Wow, you rise. Let me let you know what's going on.
you know, yeah. I'm not for deforestation at all. I'm really not. But a few months ago, the tree that was in front of my house fell.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, it has been a little bit more quiet. That was the one that they were always in. And like,
hangout
it's
tree.
gone now. I'm not here for deforestation at all. I'm just saying, I just noticed when that tree fell on its own natural causes.
Not me.
Not me. I did notice, like, oh, I haven't heard as many birds as usual.
They got rid of
And you liked it. It's okay.
I noticed.
I noticed.
I noticed
I
it.
noticed that.
I became aware.
I became aware. Yes. But yeah, let's get into For the Birds. It's a part of the show where we look to Twitter, we see what's going down, what's popping, and we talk about it. The first thing I have is, what would you do if your son was at home crying alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money and his daddy's gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life. Yeah. You gotta hit that.
Hit it.
Gotta hit the
You got to. It's important. But my what would you do? I feel like, what's his name? I'm John Quinones, and this is what would you do?
Who's John Quinones?
Okay, listen.
The host of What Would You Do?
Yeah, the
Context
host of
clues,
What Would You
boo.
Do.
Context clues.
Oh, I didn't know that was a show.
Oh, see, we gotta.
Oh, did you know it was a
No. But she
Sorry.
said host, so I just assumed.
Okay, yes. I love John Quinones.
You know what? Shut up. But my what would you do today is about this video that I saw of a wedding. Yay, love marriage, right? But there was a guest at this wedding who showed up in their own white dress, and not just a white dress, but a white wedding dress to someone else's wedding. And the bride, when the bride notices, she's kind of like, hello? Does anybody know what's going on? Because I kind of don't. And so, yeah, I just wanted to get thoughts, opinions on that. How would you feel? Or do you think it's even appropriate for someone to show up to someone else's wedding in a white wedding dress?
No.
Of course not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
And
not.
what's even more inappropriate is whenever people peeped it.
Yes.
No, because my friends and my family wouldn't even let them cross the threshold, baby.
Absolutely
like
not.
They wouldn't have made it into the wedding.
You
And
wouldn't
no-
even have known.
Yeah.
No,
I would
literally.
have told you like 2 days later, like, could you believe this? Literally.
Sis showed up with this.
Okay.
I'd be like, she wouldn't be there. And 10 times out of 10, it was nobody who was important, because anyone important to me would have never done that. It would be like some one-off person, like maybe a co-worker.
Or like a +1.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a +1.
Yeah.
That's why I can't be having none of them. I mean, it
Okay,
depends.
let's
You
get
can't
into it.
You cannot give everybody a +1, y'all.
No.
And you know that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some people are like, just come. It doesn't matter. But have no,
No, it matters.
No, it matters.
It matters.
I don't know that.
I would not. I would never. That's basically the same way I feel about people proposing at someone's wedding.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do
happen.
that. This is my day, my moment. You have your own day, your own moment.
Right.
Why show up and try to upstage me or even be like on the same level as me. Like, you're not the bride today, so why would you show up in a white wedding dress? That is so rude.
Looking clueless too. Just walking around.
Just
walking around
on the dance floor, giving it up.
How? How, when, and why? I would never.
But the question is, what would you do, right? So, like, how would any of you, whoever wants to go, how would you handle it? Like, let's say it was your wedding and that person did that. Like, how would you navigate that?
If it was a cut scene, I would fight. But if it was real life, I don't know. Like, who do you get to handle that? Like, I would ask one of my like my maid of honor or something like, "Hey, did you notice? Like, you need to go talk to them and like either get them to change or just get them to leave because I don't like that. I don't like that. And if you know who that person is who wore the dress too, like, I'm not communicating with you.
I'm the opposite. I think you need a good cursing out. So I might need to pull you to the side, like bring you to just the side. And like if we're at a hotel, I need to bring you somewhere and thoroughly curse you the fuck out and then ask you to leave. Not even ask you, tell whoever's with me because I'm not going to be alone. My whole wedding party going to be, while I curse you out, I'm going to have people looking at me. Because there's no way. Like, you're going to hear from my mouth because no. I will curse you out and then I will have someone from my wedding party politely, as politely as they can, escort you off the premises. But you're going to hear my mouth.
Like Uncle Phil style?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jazzy Jeff out the door.
Like, out the door.
Yeah, no, me, I know how I get when it's like an important time or something going on and like little things will stress me, so I try to keep my energy cool. I feel like on my wedding day I would want to be as relaxed as possible, so I'm not cussing you out because then my anxiety is going to get high and I'm going to be in a different bag and I want to stay in my graceful, elegant, soft bag for my man and not for you. Okay. So what I think I would do is I would just be like, you know what, did you come with a gift? Okay, well, in exchange for me not throwing you out of my wedding, just leave the gift. If you would be willing to change, then we will have something for you. And I don't know that we would. That's just a hope and a prayer that there's something extra sitting around that's going to fit you. So I think even that is like very, very just a dream. That's ambitious to think that you're waiting around for somebody to show up to your wedding in a wedding dress. But just in case you are and you have something for them to change into, then you just suggest it. And I feel like they should be kind enough to be like, I'm sorry, but also would they really be sorry? Because why would they do that in the first place? No. So it's given, you gotta go. But I'm not getting my hands dirty with that. Like, I would give that job to somebody else. I'd be like, oh really, she's here in a wedding dress, handle it. That would be me,
you know, just get on it. Yeah. What about you, Nika?
Yeah, I believe I would definitely, if I wasn't handling it myself, by cursing them out or whatever my first mind would be, because I don't know if I would have enough time to
get it.
I don't think I would have enough time to calm myself down to even get in the mindset of being like, hey, sweetheart.
Sweet pea.
Sugar.
Hey, sugar plum. What you doing over here in this lace wedding dress at my wedding? That's crazy.
I think I'm seeing.
I think I'm seeing double vision. Too much champagne to the head. Gosh darn. You need to go.
Very simple.
Very simple. But I would definitely want somebody else to handle. I'd be like, oh, okay.
They just start playing Get Out
right now. Right.
And everybody just like looks at her like, girl, you know this is about you. Get out.
And you know it's time to go.
Yeah, it would have been a real Cheetah Girls moment. Like, so I need to talk to her.
The next thing that I have for the birds, have you ever like looked at someone and tried to guess like where they're from? Like, oh, based on like what you look like, or maybe like how I've seen you interact, or maybe your speech, like I think you might be like from Texas or California, or, you know, something like that. Are you like usually right?
No.
I would say so. Yeah, I don't do too much of that, but like if he has Tim's, he's from New York.
That so honest.
Okay.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're a Wes in college, Wes used to break out them black Tims for any and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
See, but that was
What'd
the
you do
black. It
today?
was different.
it was the black one.
different.
It wasn't the staple.
The staple.
Which one? That was the beige one, the
Wasn't-
cardboard
right,
one.
those
Yes.
ones.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Those are the real.
The butter.
real
The butters. The butters.
butters.
The butters.
Well, I had I saw something on Twitter. It made me think, like, where do I think this person is from? And I thought the answer was Bikini Bottom. Oh. And I'm going to tell you why. All right. So there's this video that's been floating around of this woman who went to Fontaine's Oyster Bar in Atlanta. Right? She pulls up. She says, "Oh, I met this guy, and he, was texting me, wanted to meet up, wanted to take me on a date, and I was kind of blowing him off. But I had some time today, so I decided, why not? Let's go out. Let's go get some oysters. I've been craving them, right?" So they go down to this oyster bar, and I don't remember the price that she said it was for like the 10 oysters or whatever.
It don't even matter.
It doesn't matter. But you get like 10 oysters on like the tray, right? So she's kind of talking about how the date didn't really like the fact that she was ordering oysters, and he only took her out for a drink, not food, and how he just kind of dipped off and left in the middle of the check. Now that is very rude. I'm not gonna say that's not rude. It is rude. But what made me think that this woman was from Bikini Bottom was that she didn't just get like one plate of oysters. She got 4 trays of oysters. So she slurped down about 40 oysters in one sitting. And it kind of made me wonder, like, first of all, I don't even know if that's safe. Can you do that?
It's not your bowels are loose, and I know they are. Because if you ever had oysters, I mean, like a good chunk of oysters, you will be ready to go.
Oh my God.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Not too quick, but quickly. Yeah.
They say you will be ready to go, but they don't talk about that ready to go. They talk like it's an aphrodisiac.
That's
what
what
I've
I've
heard
heard.
for
Yeah.
the
Yes.
porcelain. I have y'all ever been to a dinner with someone and they kind of order like an absurd amount of one item?
Of one item? No.
No.
But an absurd amount, yes.
Yes, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, this just took me by surprise. I mean, 40 oysters, and she like kind of I think she purposefully asked them like, please don't take the tray off the table. I want to stack my plate.
Yeah, because they
she
were
was stacking
stacked
it.
up.
If you finish a plate, server comes, they pick it up, they say, okay, we'll clean this up, we'll bring your next thing. But she just kept stacking them, and it was 4 plates high. She was proud of it. She was happy. She was slurping them down. I'm not saying she should be ashamed, but I'm just questioning.
Then she had the nerve to order something after the oyster. She said, I still want to eat.
That's
I'm
right.
still hungry.
That's the most important part.
Yeah.
She said, after I ate them oysters, I said,
What am I going to eat?
what am I going to eat? And then she got some potatoes
my God.
and a whole bunch of other stuff. So she still was ready. She still had to eat.
Wow.
And that's what I was like, is this Bikini Bottom? I've never seen a human break this down before. 40 oysters.
Holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel.
Nika.
Holy mackerel.
It's too
great.
much.
It's too much. But you know what? Sometimes you might not be in Bikini Bottom, but you just want to get away, right? If you fly Southwest, you know that. Want to
Sometimes
get
you
away?
just wanna get away.
Want to get away? Yeah, the answer is always yes, right? So I saw something really, really cute. I know we were like, oh, the kids ain't all right. But
They're kind of all right.
They're kind of right. They're kind of all right. So there's this really cool teacher that I saw did this really cool thing for her. I believe they are in kindergarten.
They're young, yeah.
They're young children, and she basically created like a little getaway for them. So she created a project where it's like, we're going to Mexico. Okay, so she had the kids come in. They took little passport photos and printed them out, and then she kind of transformed into like a TSA agent. So they had to come in and bring their passport, and it had to match up with a picture before they could go in on the plane. And then she set up the classroom like it was a plane, and she pulled up like a flight simulation and all that kind of stuff, really giving the kids like the experience of them really leaving getting on the plane and going somewhere new that they've never been before. And when they got off of the plane, there was a parent who brought in like enchiladas and rice and beans and everything, so like they could have Mexican food.
Oh my gosh.
Home, right? That sounded so good.
I know. Homemade enchiladas, rice, beans. It ain't no like, oh, I went to Chili Verde and I got us baby.
This was homemade.
No, homemade.
Yeah, and brought the agua frescas too.
Come on.
Yummy.
Had it all to boot, okay? And the kids really seemed like they had a great time and enjoyed themselves and loved going to Mexico for the day and just experiencing something new. So my question is, sometimes we do want to get away, but we're not able to get away. So what are some things that we like to do to kind of put us in the mind state, or like just to feel like we're taking care of ourselves and maybe like going on a trip but not going on a trip, you know, just kind of creating the vibe of that? I'll answer first. So my thing is, I always want to get away to some place that has a beach. I want sand. I want warm water. We don't have warm water in California.
Cold, brick.
It's cold.
Terrible thing.
Terrible. It's actually awful. The polar plunge. Do you see how people do that sometimes? They do it every year actually, and they do this thing called the polar plunge, and they get down and like winter time they do this, and they have on their swimsuits and they go and they all run into the beach water.
I think I heard Eric Benet talking about that one time, because
He
he's from like Michigan.
a man who would do that.
Yeah, I think he's from Michigan, or he's from somewhere. Maybe he might not be from Michigan, but he's from somewhere where they do the polar plunge. Like him and a few of his friends went out and just got naked and just got into the water.
Oh my God.
Oh, they went.
Yeah.
They went all the way.
Well,
Sheesh.
They showed this on the news, so no one's getting naked when they show the news. But
apparently, a lot of things happened where he was, because like they have a nude run where he's at too that he's participated in a couple times. He seems like the type.
a naked man.
he seems like the type.
Yeah.
He
Definitely.
used to not wear shoes. I remember that. Like
He
on the
still
red
don't,
carpet.
baby.
Oh my God, yes. That's crazy. Supposedly cold water is like really good for your body. Like like immersing
Yeah.
yourself in cold water. So there's a lot of health benefits
I
to
like it at the spa, but not in the wild.
No. Not with the salt
wild?
and the waves and the seaweed and stuff. Oh
Yes, the
no.
wild. But sometimes, you know, I want to create the feeling that I am getting away, even though I can't at the moment. I still like to just go down to the beach. One of my favorite things to do is like when it's really windy, I like to go down to Dockweiler Beach, because they have a lot of seagulls out there. I'm not a fan of birds, but I do love to watch them on like really, really windy days, because they just like pick up and like they don't really fly. They just kind of like open their wings and the wind just like takes
beautiful.
them, and like it's so peaceful just watching the birds like not even have to fly, but they still move, and then the water is just still rolling in like, and the beach is usually like pretty open and like no one's there. It's just birds, sand, beach,
You
me. And it's just so nice.
picking up and flying.
Picking up and flying, you know,
Going
like
with
want
the
to get
wind.
away. You know, sometimes you just go like, I wish I was that bird, you know, flying off. Yeah, that's what I like to do sometimes.
I like to get a hotel room. A hotel room in a nice hotel. And treat myself. Get myself a bottle. You know, order like room service. Don't even have to leave. Just be cozy, comfortable. Ideally, it might be with somebody. It might not. It might be with myself. Listen, we can get our going if we can get it going, you know? But if that's not the case, by myself even, it feels like I'm getting away. Possibly with somebody too. You know what I mean? It had just just the cherry
Would
on
be nice.
top.
Yeah. Would be nice.
Would be nice. But it makes me feel like I'm gone. So, like, I'm like, oh, hello. Yes, I'm checking in. Wes. Right. Yeah. Top floor. Got it. Thank you. You know?
That's
Can I have a bottle in my room, actually? Yeah. Whatever you got. Best champagne.
You going all out.
Yeah. I want to treat myself like I'm in, like I would on on vacations. I do not. Like, I don't penny pinch. We're splurging, baby, because I'm on vacation. I want to feel like I'm doing something. So I'll usually do that if I want to get away. It doesn't happen often because I just get the fuck away. I can go to San Diego. I can go anywhere. Like, you know, they were only a couple hours away. I can get it there, right?
Yeah.
But in a case that I really am in a pinch and I'm like, I can't get away, like whether it's work or just like, it's not smart to spend this much money on this for this.
Yeah.
In that instance, I'll get a hotel and still live it up. like I'm somewhere new.
Yeah.
And then go to a new spot that I've never gone to. So like I'll find a restaurant near the area that I've never been to just to make me feel like, everything's new.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes. Well, first I want to say I had a similar experience as those students when I was in kindergarten. My kindergarten teacher, Usha Ballamore. Shout out to Miss Ballamore.
Shout
Yes,
out.
she was Indian, and she is Indian, and she took us on a trip to India.
That's so
And
cool.
it was like a whole month of events. It was more than a day. So we did the same thing with the passport. And this was before, I was in kindergarten in year 2000. So I'm not like, it wasn't that long ago, but it was before the internet was really a thing.
Yeah.
It was before people were like doing things for the internet or sharing what they were doing on the internet.
Yeah.
It was like you had a printer, but we printed out the passports. We took pictures. We cut them out. We did the passport thing. We set up the flight. We had two teachers, Usha Ballamore and Isak Dice. Yep, I went to private school. Just that 1 year though. Just that 1 year, my mom was like, "For kindergarten, we going to spend a little bit more for you." But it was so worth it, and we had Indian food, and we learned Indian words, and she actually brought in clothing, so we had like saris, and we did projects that were related to traveling in India for like literally off and on for like a month. So it was a whole thing, and it really shaped me as a child. I'll never forget that. And I was like one of 2 black kids in my class, right? So just seeing that video and knowing that there's a black teacher that's doing that for students in inner city communities, I feel so rich knowing like, wow, other people in the world are providing for children what my teacher provided for me. And I'm 28 years old, and I have never forgotten that. And it's so funny because I was on a Zoom the other day, not to go on a tangent, I was on a Zoom the other day, and one of the opening questions was, who is a teacher that has inspired you? And that was what I said. It was like 2 weeks ago. I was like, Usha Ballamore, because she took us on this trip to India, a mock trip to India, and da, 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 da. So when I saw that and it went viral, I was like, I was just talking about that. And I never have forgotten it. And out of all of the moments that I can think about in my educational history of all the teachers doing something that has stuck with me, that was the thing that stuck with me.
That's beautiful.
And when I was in kindergarten, so I just had to put that out there because that was a really special moment for me.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I was really happy to see that go viral. I was like, more things like that we need to see on the internet.
Yes, please.
And less of all the other junk that's like clouding our brains and like messing up our sense of identity. But things that I do I digress. things that I do to get away when I can't get away. For me, it's really like solitude things. Like I like going for drives. I like giving myself a day to do nothing. My life is not that life. Like, how some people, they just have time to do nothing, or they're like, I'm just chilling, or you call somebody up and they're always like, oh, I'm not doing nothing, just chilling. That's never me. My chilling is like, okay, I come home from work and I'm here, and my weekends are so full. So it's like, if I pick a day out the weekend to do nothing, that is a treat to myself. If I sleep in and I don't leave the house at all, and I stay in the house a whole day where I woke up and went to sleep and did not leave the house, that's like the best day of my month.
Yes.
So just doing things like that, going for a drive, going for walks around my neighborhood by myself, love doing that. And yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
I too like to get hotels and take a small trip somewhere.
Long Beach.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's
Long
right
Beach.
there.
It's right there,
Long
baby.
Beach.
It's right there, and all the restaurants and bars are down there, and you can just leave your car in the parking garage and walk because, I mean,
You can walk to
you can walk to literally everything. But yeah, I like going and getting a hotel and just chilling, not doing a gosh darn thing.
Come on, gosh darn. Bring it out, baby.
Get a bottle, whether you get one delivered to the room or you're like, on your way in, you pick up a few things and then you're like, I ain't going nowhere.
Yes.
Nowhere. And I also like being in the hotel when I'm actually am somewhere else on vacation. I mean, earlier this year when me and Wes were in Portland, we stayed, we were when we came back to the hotel, we went and they had like, a DJ and stuff. We were like, let's just go sit in there and see. And it was really nice in there. And the DJ He was a disc jockey.
He was a disc jockey. y'all.
You don't
Yes.
people don't be disc
They
jockeying.
do not be
ones and
disc
twos.
jockeying. He
Yes.
was disc jockey.
Like some people are like, I'm a DJ, but he is a disc jockey.
he's a disc.
Like frickin',
Yeah.
like he was really.
They're the best ones.
No.
He was
Yes.
working
He
his
was
ass off.
the best. It was good. And we sat there. What were we playing? Uno? What were we playing? We were playing a game.
Got to.
A game of some sort.
Right, we were playing a game. That's cool. I mean, even when we go to Nguyen's kitchen and we play mushroom cats and stuff, that feels like a little like treat.
It does.
Because I'm with my friends and we not doing nothing but eating garlic noodles and playing card games.
For hours. We would be
Hours
there.
sitting there.
We haven't done that in a minute.
I know, we need to do it
Let's
again.
get back into it.
I got you.
Yeah.
And then also, just shout out to Portland.
Yes.
You love you some Portland.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
shout out
it's
to Portland.
amazing.
And you know why I love Portland? Shout out to Jordan McCrae.
Yes, Jordan.
JC
JC
McCrae.
McCrae. Jordan has really made Portland a destination for me because number one, Jordan's super welcoming anytime you come there, and he always is down for whatever. Like whatever you want to do. You can tell Jordan, I want to go hike. Let's go hike. You can tell Jordan, like, I want to go and drive an hour up and go do this. Let's go do it. Like Jordan is so down, and he makes it so easy to just have a good time and knows all the hot spots. So shout out to Jordan.
Yes.
Come on. Whoop, whoop.
But woo!
I haven't been, but one of our closest friends is planning on moving there.
Is that right?
Yes, like
I
in 2 months. So
that's
I'll have
lovely.
a real reason to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey.
I'll be right there with her.
Yes.
I know you will.
Right.
I told her, I was like, oh, Wes is going to love this because he loves
Does.
Portland.
Loves Portland.
So good for you.
Might as well be named Portland at this point.
Never that.
I'm gonna start calling you P. What's up, P?
What's up?
You know what I
Push
mean?
and P. Hey.
You know how you hear names of people who they're named after places? Like, my name's Denver. My name's Austin. My
Yeah.
name's, like, how do y'all feel about the name Portland? If you met a child and their name was Portland, how would you feel about that name?
I would like it. I would think that's very unique.
Good for you.
I haven't met no Portland yet. That's what I would say. I haven't met a Portland yet. I like that.
I'm not into it.
No?
No.
So you love Portland, but you wouldn't name your child Portland?
No, I wouldn't. Because I love my child.
Now we know who's not getting the key to the city.
Okay, here's this.
Not me.
And your name is Portland if you're listening.
Sorry.
I did not mean to offend you, but anyway.
No, great
Right.
name. Great name.
Sorry, Port.
That would be amazing for this to be the week. We just get flooded with emails like, excuse me.
My name
name's
is
Portland.
Portland.
Oh.
But yes, let's go ahead and get into our pay it dust and our shining moment. Our pay it dust is something that has us messed up, fucked up, upset from the week, and we just want to dust it off of our shoulders. And then our shining moment, something that brought us some joy, some happiness, some life, right? That we want to shine a light on.
Somebody shine a light on them. Hey, you know that one?
Exactly.
Hey, shine a light on them. Hey. Okay, sorry. Okay.
But yeah, who wants to start sharing first?
I will.
Let's get it.
It's going to be cute and quick, too, because my pay at desk is work today. Was not, and it's not even work. It's working with people, and not like coworkers, but working with, like, partnering with organizations to help them out with something, and they're just not prepared for anything. I had an event today with an organization. I was there to do a workshop, and everything that you could think that went wrong. And they emailed us saying, like, make sure you bring your laptop, make sure that you bring like a little speaker. And I said, okay, cool. Brought my laptop, bought a speaker. They put me in a boardroom, which I wasn't expecting because I was supposed to be in the classroom. So I'm already in the boardroom. I'm in like a banquet hall kind of something. And I have no desk. I just have chairs. Cool, whatever.
Sit the laptop on the chair.
I can work with it. I can make it work, right? And then did all that and asked them, hey, what's the Wi-Fi?
Y'all don't have a cricket button? Cricket? Oh,
yeah.
I knew y'all had one. I heard it before.
Oh boy.
Whenever I tell you, they told me, oh, we don't have Wi-Fi. And I'm in a school, by the way. Like, not only am I in a school, the school's right next to the California Science Center, so they also have Wi-Fi, right?
Oh,
so I'm looking through the Wi-Fi. It's like there's California Science Center and there's this school.
What?
And we don't have a password to any Wi-Fi at all. Y'all didn't think about this, having a whole workshop. I mean, there are 700 children here. 700. And there are like 10 workshops going on.
Wow.
And nobody has Wi-Fi? So they had to really work hard to find some Wi-Fi for me, but they got the password. I said, call the Science Center, call the school person who was your contact, call somebody to get Wi-Fi. Because I'm going to need Wi-Fi. Because he said, you don't have hotspot? I do, but it's moving slow, bitch. Like, what?
Are you telling me every teacher and all that in this school, they use their hotspot to
Come
work all
on
day?
now. Let's get real with it. Like,
Common sense ain't common.
it's not. So that was just pay at dust. They weren't ready. I had to get into a little with the organizer, but it was what it was. It was a verbal disagreement. We'll just say that and keep it there. And my shining moment is I got to meet Victoria Monet a couple days ago.
You don't give yourself some claps.
Let me give myself some claps for that, because that's Victoria Monet.
Yes.
A beautiful woman inside and out. We hugged. We talked for a little bit. We didn't get to talk too much, but she was gorgeous. She was beautiful. I got to see her perform in LA at her show. And she did her damn thing from top to bottom. Like, sounded good, danced very well.
Yes.
I mean, I just had a time of my life. And also Sarahn. So
Okay.
Sarahn is my shining moment. I really had we had an amazing day yesterday.
We
like,
really
top
did. It
to
was
bottom.
beautiful.
So, yeah,
It was so wonderful.
that was in mine.
Wow. Okay, so life is great, truly. But what I'm paying at dust to is the same thing that I'm paid dust to last week, last month, last year, and that is these damn student loan payments.
Oh my God.
I'm paying the dust because they got me fucked up. Yeah, because when you paying one of them and it's already hefty, it's like, okay. And then when you paying another one, it's like, okay. But then when they try to hit you with the third one, it's like, honestly, y'all, this is not even cool. If y'all not about to pay me more money at my job, listen, y'all gonna get y'all $13 a month and miss me with the rest of it. So that's what I'm paying dust to. I'm trying to figure out how to navigate that and not just botch my credit score. Because credit is important. But they got me fucked up. That's what I'm paying dust to. Student loans. My shining moment. Honestly, this trip. From beginning to end, yes. Like yesterday, we had a beautiful day. But everything from the beginning was amazing. Like my flight, I got on an early morning flight. The flight was just like a dream. It was like everything was working. The seats were reclining. And it was one of those big planes where they have like the A, B, C, D, E, F, J, K, L, 3 rows. And it was 6. It was a huge plane, 60 rows, where they have like the real, the whole little cocoon cubbies in first class where people get to like it was one of those planes, right? And the flight was just so wonderful. When I first got to the airport, the economy line was thick, stupid, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to make my flight. And then I remembered, I was like, oh wait, I have pre-check. And I went to the pre-check line. It was a breeze. I went straight in. I got on my flight. The flight was wonderful. I touched down, and literally since I've been here, everything has just been my shining moment. From when I went to go get food in Playa Vista to me and Wes going to our alma mater and just spending so much time there. And then in the evening, I got a chance to spend time with more of my friends and family. We did a little bit of yoga. I ran y'all through my yoga sequence. I'm studying to become a yoga teacher right now. And thank you. And it's just been a vibe. Earlier today, I went to an event that I think it's called Every Stylish Girl. And it was a sip and slay. All beautiful black women. It was called Sip and Slay Los Angeles. Beautiful, beautiful black women. Very well orchestrated and produced event. It was at the Edition Hotel in West Hollywood. Super nice, very luxurious, and it was beautiful. And my best friend, she was on the panel, so we got to go in like the VIP room. So I got to meet some really cool people. Everybody was just so warm and welcoming. A lot of great conversation. The food was good. A lot of well-known people were in the room, and it was just such a vibe. It was beautiful. I was like, I left LA for some reasons, but I like to come back. And when I come back and I get to have the experiences that I've been having on this trip, it's like I'm reminded of why I love being here. Because it will always be, my home, my second home. It will always have a place in my heart. So this trip is my shining moment.
Oh,
I'm really happy to be here with y'all. And then for me to just go from the sip and slay to here, I got to see your parents.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They welcome me with so much love every time. And it's like my family. Yes. Y'all are my family. So it's just a beautiful thing.
You know, we love you.
I love y'all. Like, I love y'all. Like, Joanna is here. When I walked into the room, I was like, wow, it can't get any better for me, honestly. There's nothing that I'm lacking in any way, shape, or form. So that's why I said my attitude is gratitude.
Hey, come on.
And I'm here. Yes.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Thank you. And I'm going to go back home. Like I talked to my man earlier. He said, oh, it's gloomy and it's raining. I said, oh. Wow. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Sunny here.
Oh my God. It's crazy. And I'm going to go home and what I'm going to try to do is not to let what used to happen to me all the time. I would come out to California with the nice weather and then I would go back to the East Coast and I would be like, oh my God, what is my life? Because it's, and then even, oh my God, even down to the hours. When you fly west, you gain hours. When you fly east, you lose hours. Mm-hmm. So a 6-hour flight is like 9 hours. You literally lose the day just going home. So I used to just always feel this energy about going home to the East Coast, Philly, that just never really felt good. It was almost like, the end to my dream or the end to some utopia fantasy that I was living in. So what I'm trying to do now is just like channel the energy and continue to be inspired, even though I know that it's not sunny and 80 degrees back home, even though there is no, I don't have this richness in the same way, but I have other richness in other ways that I'm really, really grateful for as well. So count it all joy. Mm-hmm.
I love that. I would say that my pet dust is going to be bananas.
I feel so bad for you, girl.
Like the fruit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You'll understand, baby. You'll understand.
Went to the doctor this week and she was like, hey, great. Here's a new medication for you. I just want you to take it for the next week. I'm like, cool, no problem. She's like, yeah, but also I need you to eat 4 to 5 bananas every day.
Oh my God.
And I said, every day? And she was like, yes, every day, because you need to make sure your potassium is staying up when you're taking this medication. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. And then I'm calculating, hold on, because I remember the last time I was at the grocery store, bananas was getting expensive, and 4 to 5 every day. And I'm taking these 7 days. Okay. All right. So then I went back to work because I went to the doctor in the middle of work, came back, and it was just really bothering me. It was bothering me. And I said, how many is she asking me to do? And I did the calculations, and I said, is this woman really asking me?
Because at that point, you are a banana.
No,
right.
you are.
You want me to eat between 24 and 35 bananas for these next 7 days. So right now, today is day 3.
Oh, you're making it.
And I'm making it. I'm slowing down, though, on my bananas. I'm only 2 in, and I got 3 more to go.
Oh. And you see what time it is?
Ooh.
Yeah.
When I get home, you don't even know. I'm going to shovel them back because.
Is this before or after we turn up?
This is gonna be before.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight home, get the bananas.
I gotta pick the bananas out.
I gotta go pick my bananas.
We could make a game out of it and play I Know You Fucking Lying.
I know you fucking lying.
Take a bite.
I ate 5 bananas today. I know you fucking lying.
Well, I didn't.
Take another one.
Oh my God.
So yes, I'm paying dust to bananas. I might not want to see a banana again, and I really enjoy bananas, and I'm kind of getting sick of them.
Yeah.
But my shining moment is gonna be that today I had a good day. I woke up, took a shower, got dressed.
Hey, come on, that's important. Took
a shower, got dressed. I went down to the grocery store and I got a whole bunch of candy for my Halloween party. Came back, got a Starbucks. Had to get my shaken espresso, that apple crisp shaken espresso, and oat milk.
Oat milk,
Yeah.
Delicious.
And then I headed on home, and then all my Amazon packages were waiting on me, and I started decorating. So like I'm like a third of the way done with like all my decorating. So
is this Halloween decoration?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a big Halloween person?
I'm becoming one. Like this is like my third year being in my Halloween bag. Like it's kind of fun.
Nice.
The parties get real.
The parties
fun
get
every
real.
year.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this year. I'm ready to see.
I officially know what I'm going to be, and I got
love that.
certain pieces for it, but I need to get some things tailored. So we'll see.
Is it a secret?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what you're going to be,
Yes.
Frenchie? Is it a secret?
It's a clown.
Well, no, it's not. Is it like a sporty clown or?
That's the secret.
But we know it's a clown.
I am going to be a clown. Though,
Okay.
yes.
Do you know what you're going to be?
No,
Okay. Are you going to be something?
I'll be great.
No matter what.
You should come in with a golden star and just be like, I'm great.
I love it. That is
Yeah.
my energy about Halloween.
Right. I'm great.
I be walking in the room like I am a child of God. Okay.
God is good, ain't he?
Right.
What are you? I'm blessed.
Bless.
What's your pay the shining moment, Nika?
My pay this is gonna be the semi that tried to crush me against the wall when I was trying to leave work, when I was trying to get my sister from school. I'm sorry, I'm
Let's
still
unpack that
terrified.
a little bit.
I'm still terrified.
What
I
happened?
understand.
I was leaving out of the office, and the driveway coming in is narrow. It is not for semi trucks.
No.
That's a big ass truck. And he was coming in, and he looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm looking at him like he's crazy, and I'm like,
Do you plan on?
and I'm like, what are you doing? And the way the freeway, there's a freeway right here, and then the street, and then you can turn in the turning lane right here into our driveway. But he's turning into the second driveway that people come out of because you're a semi truck, so you needed a lot of room. So I'm just like, what the hell? And I'm like, is he going to back up? So I'm like on the side a little bit, and he's like, actually, I'm just on. Come on through. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh my god, and I was gripping
the wheel.
I was gripping my steering wheel so tight, and I was just like, what this much room,
Oh no,
so close to me.
they be having too much confidence.
No,
Yes.
too much
Yes.
confidence. Like,
Yes.
do you know what you're driving or no?
Yeah.
I don't think that you guys realize that this is a vessel. This is a vessel.
They'd be
It
like,
really is.
I know my truck. Okay.
No,
Right.
and they said they knew the Titanic, bitch, but
Oh, and they didn't.
They did not.
but
It
they
went
did
down.
not. They did not.
Yeah.
Bikini Bottom?
They took a visit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm gonna pay dust to that because that was ridiculous.
Yes.
But my shining moment will be today. I was at UCLA all morning because I took my sister to her first college visit.
Woo!
So,
Go, Bree Bree.
go breezy.
I
Yes.
can't believe it.
And the day, it all just went so smoothly. Like, I took the streets there by accident because when I clicked the thing, I thought that I was clicking highways, and
And
I
they
didn't.
said no highway.
My bad.
Listen, I made it.
We got there, and I was thinking like it was like some exclusive thing because Brown was like, you have to be invited and all this other stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay, so it's going to be like small windows to get things going or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they were just having the things all day. I was like, oh, okay, this works out perfect. So we could just go get the things done. So we went in and got the information about admissions and stuff. And then we were like, all right, like, let's go get in line for the tour. The line was short for like waiting for the next tour to go. So we did that. And then by the time we were done that, we had an hour before the next like speaking engagement. So then I was like, okay, like, let's go eat. The line was short for eating. So
that's
we
always
got
the
that
best.
done. And then
Amen.
went back to the hall and I was like, okay, why are we in here again? And then I asked her, and then I was like, go get one of the pamphlets because they probably just have like a website for that because, yeah.
They always gonna have a website.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can just go out to the panels out. And so got that. And we were like, well, we don't need to stay for this. So we left before the crowd even was starting
Love
to.
it.
Okay.
I love the early out.
Oh my God,
Okay.
they're the best.
So ain't nobody trying to play with that UCLA traffic.
No, because
Nobody.
getting in was so. And then the people that are supposed to be helping smooth out the traffic a little bit with their stop and slow paddles was not.
That's the worst.
No.
And I've been to UCLA many times.
They
I do some events there as well.
Yeah.
It's those people
Yeah.
trying to control that
it's
traffic
those people
up and down those hills.
not controlling anything at all.
So they make it worse.
They make it worse. And then somebody was blocking the intersection and turning, but then the light changed and they were like, oh my goodness. So then they backed up and then they like went in a circle and then went back this way to try to go.
Okay.
I was like, did you just do like
hit
the
the
hokey
whole-
pokey
They
in the
did
middle
too
of the goddamn
The
traffic
Macarena?
No. But all in all, it was a smooth ass day and we got through it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. And also shout out to the UCLA alumnus in the crowd, Joanna. Woo!
Joanna.
Got that
Joanna.
master's degree. Got that master's degree.
Joanna.
Period.
All right, shall we get into Gust to Win?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Do it.
Okay, my win. Why would it go off? That's right. Hear it. You be blown away because we're blown away today. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome to the Gust of Win segment. I'm Wes. And on Gust of Win, we talk about new music and pop culture. But today, it'll only be new music. Are we ready?
I'm ready. I wish
We're
it was
ready.
Gust of Men.
Ooh, what if it was Gust of Men?
Just talk about
Gust of Wind, right?
Gust of Men.
Baby, won't you blow my wind?
Hey. All right. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah. We can go through it quickly.
We can go through it quickly. There's one thing that I need to go through, and I need to make this very, very, very clear, okay? So let's start there. Jordan Sparks.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Jordan Sparks. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Jordan Sparks came out with a new single called Call My Name.
Yes.
Now, if you're familiar with the show, we support our girl Jordan Sparks, but there have been some things that she has done in music lately that we haven't felt like we're aligned with,
Yeah.
right? We were like, I don't know what the vibe is. I don't know what you're going for. I don't really know where we're headed.
Not here for the yellow. I was gonna say yellowtail.
No.
Not here for the Red
Red
Sangria.
Red Sangria.
We're not here for Red Sangria, Jordan. But you know what? I showed up, and I didn't really think. I went in because there was so much music to listen to. I really went in like, let me just get through this music.
Yeah.
I did listen to Jordan. She was like one of the last people to listen to,
And
it was the one. Well, no, the second song I ran back, and I ran it back again.
I ran this back.
You ran it back?
I can't lie. I ran it back.
I ran it back, and I
ran
was
it back.
like, oh shit.
She was singing.
Yes, she was
Yes,
singing.
That was
Yes,
my biggest
yes,
thing.
yes.
I said,
Singing.
thank you. Thank you.
I was typing up this thing like, sing! Like, I couldn't, but I mean, I could, Jordan Sparks can sing.
Yes.
But it's been a minute since I've heard her sang like that on a track.
Yes.
And she was going in.
Oh yeah.
And I appreciated it so much because I said, this is the Jordan I want.
Amen.
So I can't wait to hear what comes from Jordan with this new era because this is what I need, okay?
I'm here for it.
This is what I need. So if y'all
Yeah.
haven't heard it, go listen to it. Did anybody? I mean, I feel like we all kind of enjoyed it, but anybody have anything you want to say about it? Yes. No?
I think that not necessarily about the song, just about the artist and everything you said in general. I think that a lot of the American Idol people, they just lose the star quality after the show. You know, I remember the very first episode that Jordan Sparks came on for her audition. I forgot. I think she auditioned in San Diego or somewhere, and she sang "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." And I'll never forget. I was in the living room and I said to my mom, "Oh, that girl's going to win American Idol." I just knew from the very first moment. I think she had on like a red shirt. She was young, like 16 or something, 17. And she ended up winning. And she had no air with Chris Brown. And then she had a few albums. You know, I don't know if you ever heard, why does love always feel like a battlefield? Come on, a battlefield. A battlefield.
on my heart, just like a tattoo.
Better go and get your
come
armor.
on.
Yeah.
Just like a
Tattoo.
Okay.
I'll always have you. Right. And she had a few cuts. And then
Yeah,
it just was like,
That was it.
yeah, exactly. And that happens to a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And I think that just being in the industry is very difficult. And I think that when you don't have a team or like excitement around you, or when your label is going through whatever it's going through, it's really hard to stay relevant. It's really hard to stay fresh. It's really hard to stay in your creative bag. And I feel like she fell out of hers, as many people do. So it's just nice to see that you can always come around again. You know, I remember when Jasmine Sullivan was like really struggling and wasn't making music and was just like out the loop. And then she came back and she came came back so much harder. Like we would have never known that she would have had a whole rebirth in her career that would have gotten her to another peak or like, you know, new heights. So I always like to see people come back around because it's just a reminder, like it's never too late to like just start over.
To get in your bag.
Yeah, to get in your bag. So shout out Jordan Sparks and Call My Name.
Yes, Call My Name.
Come on.
Next single I want to talk about is Destin Conrad. Sorry, my bad. Destin Conrad came out with Love and Devotion.
Love and Devotion.
I'm trying to keep it together.
Yes.
And Destin always gives like a nice vibe. All his tracks are very vibey. So I want to hear from someone. And how did y'all enjoy the song in general?
I thought it was great. I liked it. I feel like even when Destin makes slower songs, it kind of still makes you want to dance a little. That's how I felt about this. I liked it.
Okay. Anyone else? I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
No, I think Destin did really good, and I also think that he just is. I'm curious to see where he takes this because he's really been riding the wave of like being vibey, but I want to see how he is with a little edge. If that's not his vibe, then that's not his vibe. But I feel like he could dive into a little bit of edginess, which is what I kind of want to see. So I don't know, Destin. I'm here for it though. I love the new song, so y'all gotta go listen to it. Check it out.
Yeah.
Next, Gaidaa, Something's True. So last month we actually talked about Gaidaa and Bella.
Yes.
They came together on a Colors special and they did a song together called As You Are. So this is my first time hearing Gaidaa by themselves. What'd you think, Nika?
I enjoyed the song. I liked it. I liked when she was singing with Bella. So to hear her by herself, I liked it. Pretty refreshing.
What about you, Frenchie?
I really love this. I just love their voice so much.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm here for it. And for me to hear it for the first time just last month and then the second time I'm still feeling that like, wow, when I hear it. Yeah, it's here. It's for me. Yes.
It was
love
for me too as well. I think it was a very much an R&B vibey track. And she was talking some real shit on the record.
Yeah.
Because something's true, baby. So if y'all haven't heard it, go ahead and listen to it. Gaidaa, Something's True. That's Gaidaa. Okay? Get with it or get going. Now, talking about people who have come around, you know, they had a season and then it kind of died out and then it came back. Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz has a new song out called TK421.
Yes.
Does anyone know what it stands for?
I think it stands for, I don't know.
Because I said, maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know what it stands for, but TK421 came out. And I will say that it gave, for me, upon first listen, a Prince vibe. Like I got
That's what I got.
100% Prince vibes.
Yes.
Prince inspiration, Prince everything, right?
Yes.
And from there, it just kind of carried me. I enjoyed the song. I want to see the video because I feel like I saw a clip of the video on Twitter. He looking real.
I mean,
good.
he
Yeah.
that's what he
God.
hasn't stopped doing.
Okay.
Never.
Stayed in the sexy bag.
I saw this clip one time of him. He has like a farm in Brazil.
Yes.
He is living.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lenny's living.
He's
Lenny's
living.
Living large.
Yeah.
Living large as he can. But I enjoyed TK421. So I want y'all to also go and listen to that as well. Now we're going into an artist that we've talked about on this show before.
Okay.
Yes.
Their
we have.
name is Mariah the Scientist.
Yes, yes, it is.
And came up with a song called From a Woman. Did you listen to this song, Sarahn?
I feel like that was one of the ones I got to. But it's not sticking out in my mind.
It's okay because it didn't stick out in mine either.
Yeah. Okay.
There
Say
we go.
more.
Oh, well, I mean, there's
Or
not
maybe
much
there's
to
nothing
say.
else to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
We spoke about her last week on the show. I think, didn't we?
Yeah, we
either
did.
last week or week before. And I
did.
said
We
I
did.
cannot get into Mariah the Scientist as much as I've tried because people are into her.
Yes.
So I gave myself a shot again this week. I said, let me get into it. And I got out of it just as quick as I got into it. So, I mean, did anyone like the song?
I liked it.
Okay, good. Let's hear it.
I liked it. That's all I have.
Oh,
I liked it. I liked it enough to actually, I think I actually added it
Ooh.
onto like
Wow.
my
Tastemaker.
songs. You know what?
that puts her in your queue, baby.
Okay, right.
Are you ready?
She got one song in my queue.
Okay, is that the only Mariah the Scientist song you like?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I actually like Mariah the Scientist.
That's wonderful.
I do.
Okay.
I do. I'm not like one of those people that likes her enough to buy a ticket to her concert, but I'm definitely one of those people that likes her enough to like listen to her on a long car ride home.
Okay.
Like I'll definitely shuffle some of her music. She has like a late night, like speeding on the highway vibe sound to me. And I feel like, well, yeah, not like pull me over and give me a ticket speeding, just like going a little bit above the speed limit speeding, you know?
Yeah.
But she's not coasting.
You know, you see?
It's not really given like it's a sunny day, roll down the windows and just kind of
No, not at
stroll.
all.
No, it's not. And but I do think that she has a unique like sound. I definitely think she's a
unique.
little overrated. Like people who are into her are extremely hype about her. And for whatever reason, she seems to be one of those artists that's always like trending on Twitter. People are always having something to say about her.
Yes.
Which I don't know how some artists just end up being that artist. Those artists who is just like always being talked about one way or another. But she is one of those people. But I was saying all that to say that I like Mariah the Scientist.
Okay.
Didn't love the song, but I like her. And I know you said you want to get into her or you tried and it hasn't worked for you. But maybe that's okay.
Yeah. Do you have a song that you feel like that's the one?
No, I have a set of songs. Like I feel like I could give you at least a solid like 7 or 8 that I'm like, okay, rotate these.
I know you fucking love it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, but actually though, because she has a nice number of projects. So there's like at least like 2 or 3 on each album that I really love, and I could give you a little.
Please do.
8-track. I got you. Yeah.
Please do. So if you like Mariah the Scientist, from a woman is the song. Next, I'm going to talk about a project put out by Candice Boyd called R&B. Okay,
Yeah.
It was R&B, baby.
Yes.
And the track that stands out to me that I thought was like, yes, was Netflix. I don't know. Did y'all listen to Netflix?
Yes.
Yes.
Netflix, just hearing the track, nasty. In the best way. But not like nasty, like raunchy, like just like from the beat. When it comes in, you're like, oh, this is that vibe. This is that's that mood, right? So I really like it. I love Candice Boyd as a songwriter. She's best known for songwriting, and she also had that song with who was in it? French Montana, maybe? Oh. It's called Damn Good Time, and it was like, oh, now I don't care about nothing but a damn good
It's French Montana.
Tonight. Yeah, it's French Montana.
Ooh, French Montana.
French Montana, right?
It's him, yes.
So I really enjoyed the song. I enjoyed the project in general, but I also just really enjoyed the song as a whole. I really do love Candice Boyd. She doesn't come out with stuff often, but whenever she does, I listen, obviously.
So yeah, my favorites on here. First of all, I listened to this when I was like shopping around Target for batteries. Great little shop around EP. Honestly, it was great. 13 minutes, pretty much summed up my whole trip. I really enjoyed Ride Naked and R&B. Okay. I really loved R&B. I thought that was a great closer.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a good one. But I really enjoyed Netflix, and I don't mind.
Come on.
Right. Did you listen?
It was a no for me. It was a no for me. I feel like there's so much music that comes out and it all sounds the same to me. I just and you are one of my biggest music inspirations. Like whenever you give me advice about music, I'm like, okay, this is good music because you know good music. You are a music head. Yeah. I went to your parents' house and they're playing music like just on a Saturday night, just bumping it like literally. I'm like, oh wow, this is phenomenal. Your life is surrounded by music and I love that. So I appreciate your taste. I do. I appreciate your taste. Yes. I really do value it in a great way. But yeah, no, I think that I listen for things that sound different and unique to me in 2023. That's what I want to hear. And it wasn't that.
Wasn't nothing different about it.
No. I wouldn't run it back. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't put it on a playlist. I wouldn't like it. No.
I'd put it on the playlist. I'd recommend it. I would put Netflix at the top of your list if you want to listen to it. You know, all the great things.
Maybe I should try again.
Maybe you should just try Netflix.
Okay. You really advocating for that one.
I am. That's my song.
Yeah, okay. And you're advocating for R&B. You really felt like that was a good closer.
Frenchie's advocating for all the songs that I didn't listen.
You didn't listen to or you didn't like?
I didn't list.
Oh, you didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 5 songs, y'all.
Exactly.
Like, if she lists 2 and you list 2, y'all list all of them.
Pretty much all of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, that's Candice Boyd. Next, Kaliii. Fuck Girl Season.
That's her song.
That is her song. But I do want to know, what are thoughts on Kalii's Fuck Girl Season? Because I did listen to it. And I have thoughts.
Okay.
Why don't you start?
Okay, cool. Yeah. So it's cool. And there's a lot of samples, as there usually is in all of today's rap music. A lot of samples. And I thought it was chill. It wasn't. It's something that I probably wouldn't run back again, like Sarahn said with R&B. But it's something that I feel like, okay, cute, Kaliii, but I didn't. I wouldn't run it back again.
Okay. I really enjoyed it. Because I feel like the last kind of like singles I was hearing from Kaliii, I was not feeling them. I really wasn't. So for me to hear these songs, the only one that I know that I have heard before on here was Beethoven, which is the last song.
And that's the least favorite one for me.
Right, I'm like, that's the one I already know. But I actually really enjoy, I mean, it's only 4 songs, shit. But I really did enjoy the first 2. So I like Say Too Much and Can't Get 'Em. I really enjoyed the features on those, Young Nudie and Glorilla.
I liked it too. I thought it was cool. I think that Kaliii is at a really interesting place in her career, in my opinion, because I feel like she's not really big enough for you to have super high expectations, but she's popular and cute enough for you to be like, okay, let me give it a listen. And I think that that's a good place to be in your career. I'm not having super high expectations for it because she's still kind of on the up and figuring out and establishing her sound and what works. And because she isn't one of those artists that is very it's like, you know, how they pick certain rappers or pick certain artists to be like, we're going to push this person and push and push and push them. Because she's not necessarily someone that the industry is pushing. I think that I don't have to be like, I don't have to have a strong opinion about it either way. And that works for me. And I think it works for her ability to kind of grow through and make mistakes and maybe put out music that's just okay or that's not that memorable. But the fact that she's making music, the fact that she's putting out these projects, the fact that she's in the studio means that she's working on her pen, she's working on her delivery, she's working on her sound. And for that, I applaud. So I thought it was cute. Yeah, I thought it was cute. And just shout out to, you know, the black women who are doing that, who maybe aren't the biggest name or, you know, got the most followers, but they're still making music.
Put in the work.
Exactly. And you have to put in the work. So
to succeed in this industry, you absolutely do.
You do. And sometimes you got to make a project and a project.
Okay.
No, we can get into that. She wasn't on the list this week, but if you want, I wouldn't mind unpacking that.
Okay, let's talk about.
But maybe we should. You want to speak on Kaliii first?
I thought it was okay. I'm just getting like tired of samples now because it's so frequent now. So I'm just kind of getting like, about it.
Yeah.
But I liked Can't Get 'Em with Glorilla.
I really like that.
That is the one that sticks out to me.
Okay.
Because of Glorilla.
But
she did really good on her. She did really good on that feature.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just sticks out because she got that voice. She can't be on the track and not stick out. That's just her. Yeah.
That's true.
Like, yes. So Pretty Girl, Ice Spice and Rema.
Oh, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty Girl, Ice Spice and Rema.
We threw that in there.
Let's talk about it. Sarahn, you want to start?
Well,
yeah.
You have to go into Ice Spice with a mindset of knowing that you just are listening for fun.
It wasn't even fun to me. I'm sorry, Sarahn. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, please.
It was not fun to me. And you know where I listened to this?
Why?
Today. I listened to this when I was at the grocery store looking at candy.
Oh.
When I put this on, I should have been like, ooh, okay. Like, I'm picking out chocolates and sweets. Like, and it didn't give me that.
What did it give you?
It gave me, I needed to turn away. I started looking at chocolate I don't even like Milk does. Honestly, that's what started to happen.
The music did.
Like,
Turned her away from her favorite
did.
candy. Wow.
I'm just saying.
my
It was a
God.
no for me.
Yeah. Ice Spice is a no for me. A lot of people like her, but
I like
Ice
Ice.
Spice is a no for me. I don't get it.
I didn't like this particular song, but I like Ice Spice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She a baddie. She's showing her panty. She's shaking like jelly. Ew. Yeah. Come on now.
No.
I don't think she's that talented whenever it comes to rapping. I mean, but that's the point.
That's the point.
That's the point. Like she's a whack rapper, but she's a good time.
Okay.
On a beat.
See, and I think that's why I don't like. Like, I don't like that we celebrate trash music because it's a good time. I think that we do it all the time, and we've been doing it for forever. Like, you know what I mean? It's a thing. But I feel like I'm just starting to grow out of that phase of my life where like I just care about the beat and the fact that it's like a little cute, trendy. Like if it's not good music and I don't like the artist, then I'm just not appreciating it, and I'm okay with that. I don't like Ice Spice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like Ice Spice. I don't.
Not enough spice for you.
It's not for me. It's just not for me. Like when she makes those songs, I'm not the person she's making them for, and I've accepted that. Yeah.
Sarahn puts Ice Spice on ice. Okay.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It's just not it.
Dion said she surely is not a spicy type of ice, right?
Dionne Warwick was on Twitter today talking about Ice Spice.
What is
She's
that?
not spicy ice, but what does it mean? And I was like, girl, it's okay, Dionne. You're not gonna get this one.
And I think that they're trying to just like, I don't know. It's like they're trying to make money off her being dumb. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? You know, she's in that. She just got that deal with Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Munchkin.
She's in
Munchkin.
Ice Munchkins or whatever she said. The Munchkins. And I'm like, they don't even want to make her look like she has half a brain cell. Like they put her literally, and then the opposite to her was Ben Affleck, which was so random.
I thought that was really random.
And I think that was the point. Like the commercial was, it was kind of to be random and stupid, but it's like, maybe that's what they're catering to. They're catering to the random, stupid audience. And we have just gotten to a place where it's like they're catering to the stupid audience. They're not catering to the people who are like highly intelligent, who like want to listen to music that things are about. Like they're catering to the stupid random audience. And I think Ice Spice is like the poster artist for stupid random music. That's how I feel. And I thought that that Dunkin' Donuts commercial was just like totally a waste of millions of dollars.
It was.
Like it was
Ben
horrible.
Affleck is usually really great in the Dunkin' commercials. I love the Dunkin' commercials for Ben Affleck.
Does he frequent them?
Yeah, recently they've been having him in them a lot because he's from Boston and like Dunkin'. And
But I think it's kind of new. It's like a new thing.
Though.
Yeah. But that wasn't the first Dunkin' Donuts commercial he was in. Yeah, he's in another one.
Yeah, he's been in a few. So I was just sad I didn't get a lot of Ben.
You wanted more Ben.
I wanted more Ben.
It's okay.
Hey.
Okay.
You know they paid him a
don't
bunch
tell
of money
Jay.
Oh,
for
they
that.
sure did. They
Because
did.
it's no way he was doing that off the strength of him believing in that script. Did y'all hear that? That shit was, I was like,
I heard
this
it.
is stupid. And they had the nerve to play it over and over and over. I don't remember what I was watching, but every single time we went to commercial break, that commercial came on.
Yeah.
I was like,
They paying for that ass
yes,
space, baby.
they are.
Boom, boom,
They
boom.
are with Ice Spice.
Yep.
Child.
Well,
Child.
the last project I want to talk about is Bad Bunny.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to need the help and strength of the Lord to
Come on, you got that.
No, you
help
got
me with
the pronunciation.
getting this album pronunciation correct, because I've been trying and I've been failing.
You got
it.
This is we did this.
We did this.
We did this.
Yeah.
Did we do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the first word.
Nadi.
Nadie. Nadie sabe lo que va a pasar mañana.
Yeah.
Nadie sabe lo que va a pasar.
Bad Bunny, right?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So I started the project and I started today, and I was in the car, and the first track, I don't know what it was, but I felt it, and I don't know what it was.
First of all, you probably felt that it was like 7 minutes long.
It was, first of all, it was a very long track.
Yeah.
But that was very theatrical.
It was given like it kept on up in the ante with every like thing he was saying. It was intensifying as time went, and I was like,
yes, for sure.
Okay. And then by the time I got like 6 minutes in, 5 minutes in, I was like, he's feeling it. Like, and I sent them both the video, and I was like, I don't know what he's saying, but he's in it right now. Like, he has some passion in his art right now. And from that album starting off like that and just carrying on as it went, it was very long. It was very long.
It's an hour and 21 minutes.
Very long. Very long. But I genuinely enjoyed the album. Of course, there were things that I could go without because it was an hour and 20-minute long album.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand the majority of it.
Right.
I mean, it's in Spanish, but it wasn't about the understanding. It was about the beat and the feel of it. And I think the passion that's been put behind the words. And I think that Bad Bunny does a good job of like the inflection of his words and how he says things and like making sure that even though you may not understand me, I want you to feel me.
Yeah.
Because I've even seen him perform and I've been like, I don't know what's going on, but like it made me feel like I wish I could sing along. And I could sing along if I really studied it. But Bad Bunny just brings that feeling, and it also helps that he's a very attractive man to me. I think Bad Bunny does look very well. Very, very good, very good. So I'm just hearing him in my head and seeing him say this, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, this is it for me. Yeah. So I really enjoyed the project. What y'all think?
I really enjoyed it. It's definitely my first time listening to an all Spanish album.
Same.
And my first question, you already know, I always check how many tracks, how long. I said 22 songs. Okay, kind of long. An hour, 21 minutes. Damn.
They're songs. They're songs.
But then I thought since I'm not really familiar with Spanish music, I wondered, like, is this a familiar, like, formula for Spanish music? Like, are albums usually this long? Do they usually have this many songs? I'm not sure, but this might be custom. I don't know.
It's giving custom.
It's giving customs, right? But I actually really enjoyed it. My favorites on here were, I had a lot of favorites actually, but it was Monaco. Mr. October was like the one that turned it all around for me. I like Cybertruck, Voo 787.
That was the one that I screenshotted. Voo 787.
Yes. And Los Pits and Vaticano. Those were my favorites.
I screenshotted Voo 787 and Mr. October.
Yeah.
And I like the one with Young Miko.
Fina.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one for me. How'd you feel, Nika?
I really enjoyed it. And you're right. You can really feel like you can feel his words. Like you're like,
Put you in that trance a little bit.
He's like, oh shit, yeah, say that shit,
Whatever that shit is, keep it going.
Keep it going. I like Monaco, Mr. October, Cybertruck, Voo 787, Gracias por Nada, Batacano, and something else I don't remember, but. Really good feel.
Really good feel is what I can say.
Yeah, that's what I can definitely say.
I didn't listen, but I'm sold.
Hey, come on. It was a very long album. So.
Yes. I'm going to listen on the flight home tomorrow.
I recommend. You'll feel it. You'll feel it.
It was my decorating music today.
Hey, come on.
Get you moving.
I gotta put tasks to my music. I'm noticing that about myself. Like, I have to have some kind of task to attach it to.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then it always helps you remember the music too. Like, I was here whenever I listened to this. I was here when the verse is just sitting and listening. Yeah. It can sometimes blend together, and you're like, well, was that the song or was this the song?
Yeah,
so I totally
for sure.
get it.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
For you, Frenchie. You said that you have to like put a task on your music. Like, in order for you to really listen to the music, you have to be doing something while you're listening to it. Yeah. Is it also the opposite? Like, do you have to be listening to music to be productive, to get something done?
No, I'm more of like I like to listen to people talking.
Okay.
So my favorite thing is like I like to watch videos on like different random history events.
Me too.
That's like one of my favorite things to do. So as long
is it giving like serial killer, or is it giving more like Wall Street crashed?
I'm serial killer, but also just like kind of dark histories
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
wouldn't think of. Like,
Yeah.
I learned about the history of popcorn recently.
Is it dark?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, I'll tell you, you wouldn't believe it.
I know you fucking lying.
It's popping, huh?
Yeah, it's popping.
It's popping.
It's popping. People used to really be like, we have a corn god who feeds us and provides for the land. And, you know, in certain cultures, there are sacrifices that have to happen. And they would sacrifice a person I don't know if it was every year. I don't know how frequently they did it, but they would always sacrifice someone, usually a woman, and they would sacrifice her, and you know, for the god. And then they would also pick another person, like someone else. They would surprise, it's you too.
Oh,
And they would
like
pick
on the
you.
spot, like on the spot.
Yeah. But-
Imagine standing and watching the corn god sacrificing and being like,
No, but the thing is, everybody knows, right? Because I'm like, everybody knows what's going on, but there is that one person, you know, that was like, hold on, me? You know, somebody was mad at their wife and was like, "Yeah, she would be great.
no.
Oh my God.
Get her, got the wife," and then they would take the face off of the second person and then wear it, and they would kind of. It's like
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jeepers
Popcorn?
Creepers, but that was how they would sacrifice. And
Where was this going on?
I want to say like Aztec. I think it's like ancient
giving
Aztec.
Yeah.
Whenever you were saying it was giving Aztec.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
I think it was
sense. That makes
Aztecs.
sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Isn't it mice in Spanish? Corn, mice,
mice.
Mice.
Yes.
I thought it was mice. It's not mice.
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 Okay.
Mice.
Well, that shows you how much I know.
You about to get emails like, please let me
Get you together.
Right. I'm a Spanish teacher.
Well, y'all, that's it for my Gust of Wind segment. So thank y'all.
Yes.
And let's move on to the Under Umbrella. Shall we open up our umbrellas?
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
I'm late for mine because mine is stuck. Wait. It's jammed.
It's Jim. Yeah, we love it. All right, I'm doing the UOU today, y'all.
Yes, Nika.
We're going to be talking about omens and symbols and signs because they all go hand in hand.
Okay.
They typically go hand in hand, so a brief explanation for them. When I was reading about it, I learned that signs and symbols are usually things that you like ask for. You're like, give me a sign about this or blah, blah, blah. And omens are typically more sporadic and random, and they just pop up every now and again, but not all the time.
Like the Mothman.
The Mothman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cryptid.
An omen of sorts, though.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him.
Hey.
He's scary.
Oh,
He's a spooky fella.
okay.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. That's why I don't know. Right.
I wanted to ask, like, what are some omens or symbols or signs that you know of that are either common or that you know of?
One thing that I know of is crows or ravens. People always say, I don't know, it's kind of like a mixed bag. Like some people think like, oh, if you see a murder of crows, and it's like, oh, it's a bad omen because they represent death and dying. But some people are like, oh, well, I see it as a good sign because usually like they're pretty friendly and like they'll bring you gifts as long as you help them out with food and stuff like that. So that's what I know of.
Does this one count whenever your hands itch? That means you
Yes.
get money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think of whenever I think of that. Also, just to kind of go on a tangent about crows, shout out to Christopher.
Excuse me?
Shout out to Christopher. That's all I got to say.
No, that's not all you gotta say. I'm a little.
Listen, my friend Byron told me this morning that he took his little cousin, I think, to go to like an arts and crafts place, and they were like drawing birds and coloring birds, and then Byron said, "What are you gonna name your bird?" And he said, "Christopher."
Oh,
And I said,
my
Shout out to
goodness.
Christopher.
Shout out to
Christopher.
Christopher.
shout out to Christopher.
That's so cute.
That is cute.
But that's what I know. I don't know too much about them,
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the omens. They sound bad, so I just feel like,
No, there's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are good omens.
Okay,
Yes, yes. Like they say that, like, I mean, I don't know if it's an omen. Well, yeah, because like, what's the difference between an omen and like a superstition or just like, I don't know, like a bird pooped on me one time. Somebody was like, oh, that's good luck. A bird pooping on you is
apparently
good luck.
that's a sign of good luck, and it means that you're going to get some money coming in, similar to when your palms are itching and you're going to get
so
money
would that be
coming
considered an omen? Is that like
that is, well, since omens, signs, and symbols go hand in hand with each other, they do have
Like
different meanings.
interchangeable?
Yeah, but they're interchangeable in their meaning, and they can all be, I mean, they can all go either way.
right?
There's always going to be a bad sign or a good sign or a good omen or a bad omen, because the world is not all good and the world is not all bad.
Come on now.
Right.
Good, yes.
Yeah.
Are y'all people who believe in that? Like when you're going through your everyday life and things happen, are you someone that's inclined to be like, that's a sign? Or are you not is that not necessarily something that crosses your mind often? I'm just curious.
It crosses mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if something happens and I'm like, that's a sign about something. Like if I don't know. Because I do it with driving all the time.
Yeah.
All the
100%.
time I do it with driving.
100%.
So like if it's something to where it's really inhibiting where I need to go, I'll turn back around and go home. Or if it's something where it's like, okay, like I'm driving. So like for instance, if I drive somewhere and this is LA. So if I drive somewhere and I'm trying to park somewhere and I've circled 2 or 3 times and I cannot find parking, I will be like, I'm going home. I don't need to be here. And I'll go home. And it's just a sign to go home. Like for me, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
If I get into my car and I need to go somewhere and run some errands and I have a flat tire, I'm like, well, I shouldn't have been doing those things today. Like today, go get the flat tire fixed and go back home. Like I'm not going to try to make my day happen anymore. You know?
Yeah, but I think the difference is that some person may not necessarily make their day happen, but they wouldn't say, "Oh, this is a sign."
Oh, no,
I think it's the
I take that.
acknowledgement
I
of,
do
do
it
you
all the time.
believe? Yeah, yeah. I'm the same way. Like if I know I shouldn't post something, and then I go to post it, and like it doesn't happen, I'm like, that's a sign. Like you ever go to send somebody a text message and you press send, but it doesn't send, and you like, but I thought I pressed send. I'm like, oh, that's a sign I wasn't supposed to send it. But usually when things are a sign, it's just affirming what my spirit was already communicating to me.
Like a question that you already have for the universe.
Exactly. Like the one about driving all the time. If I know, I'm like, I don't really want to go to that thing, or something about going to this is not really rubbing me the right way, but I'm going to just go because I told the person I would, or I'm just going to go because blah, blah, blah. And then I get in the car and then I realize like I forgot my wallet in the house. I'm like, that's a sign, because I gotta go back in the house. Like spirit is telling me go back in the house, which means that's where you're supposed to be. But that's only because before I got in the car, my spirit was saying you don't really need to go anyway. So then it's a sign. The question is, do we listen to the signs that we think go against what we're supposed to be doing when we want to do what we're doing anyway? Like when you go into that nigga house, you know you're not supposed to be going.
Talk about it.
But then a sign, like something on the news is like, oh, it was a really bad crash on that bridge, and you're going to be in a whole 2 hours more traffic. Are you going to be like, that's a sign, or are you going to sit in that traffic to get to that deck? Let's just talk about it. Do we pick and choose when we want to acknowledge the signs?
I do.
We definitely pick and choose.
Exactly.
Because I'm one of those people who is like, okay, I want to do something, or even if I don't really want to do something and it's like kind of out the way and I see it's like so much traffic and I was like, damn, I don't want to go. I'm going to be like, because I'm going to turn on avoid highways, and it's only going to take me 10 more minutes to just take the street. So I'm just going to take the street. Okay. I just kind of take it as like, maybe don't take the freeway, just take the street.
So you don't take it as a sign. You just kind of like, oh, I'm supposed to go another way.
It'd be like, alternate way.
This is not my path. I need a new path.
Yeah, I just need,
new path.
I can go to the same destination.
Put your mouth on that hole.
Hit it.
Right over that hole. Put your mouth there and speak it in there. Let it all go. Come on, speak it in the hole. Speak it in the hole.
Speak it in the hole.
As Iana rubs your back.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. But usually when we hear about omens and signs and all these symbols and stuff, we usually only know like the bad, like
that's what I was
black
thinking.
cats and knocking over salt, broken mirrors and all that. But there's butterflies and white squirrels and all these other things.
I have never seen a white
I've
squirrel
never
in
seen
my
a white
life.
squirrel either.
Hey, but if you do, it might be Might be a good
Is
sign.
it albino?
Maybe.
It might be with the red eyes. I can see it.
That's scary.
White squirrel.
But butterflies are usually, I mean, we know butterflies are transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But specifically white butterflies are transformation, purity, newness,
Yes.
a new change, starting over.
Starting over.
Don't make me over.
Come on. It's startling. A white squirrel is startling.
Oh
my God.
That was a little scary.
Yeah,
scary.
right. So is that a good omen? Hard to tell.
Well, they say that when it's like, and I hate that, but usually, the white. And
Oh, no.
you know how that's
never
a thing,
true.
but
That's
I
never
don't
true.
believe
Oh, yeah.
that that's always true. Like I don't think that black cats are like
I love
bad.
black cats.
Yeah, I'm like
Me
I don't
too.
think that black cats are. I think that there are certain. Well, there definitely are certain things that were taught in a way to make something else seem that it's evil, and
Yeah.
maybe it's not even true. It's just made up to scare you,
Yes.
to make you think that something is something that it's not. But we know, like, when someone's pregnant, if we have a dream about fish,
Yeah, that's what
Are you
they
pregnant?
say.
you might
Somebody's
be pregnant. Or sometimes you see a loved one, like right before they pass away, or you
Yeah.
or
It's
if you
happened to me multiple
Yeah.
times.
Same.
Yes.
thinking about
Same.
them before they pass, or you maybe think about someone you haven't thought of in a long time. You're just like, should I call them? Like, I need
Yeah.
to
That's
call them
all-
right now.
yes.
Yeah, like things like that. It's not always like a bad feeling. It's just a feeling of, ooh, like
I feel it.
I feel
Yeah.
it, and I need to act on it right now because it's not gonna go away, and it's just gonna be eating at me.
And it's so easy to push those actions back. Like, don't even do
It
that. If you're feeling it,
is.
just do it. You might be like,
really
I'm going to
should.
call him, but I mean, I'm doing this and this, so like, I'm going to call him later.
Yeah.
And so like, just do it when you feel it. Even if it's like nowadays, I'm a voice note king, baby. I ain't got to call you. If I feel it and I know that you might be at work, you might be doing something, I'll just voice note like, hey, I'm just thinking about you. I love you, yada, 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 and keep it going. Cause it's easy.
Yeah, definitely.
And you get it out.
And sometimes it's, I'm sorry.
Okay, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, you really should. Like, if you feel that feeling, you really should reach out because, it's Halloween's coming up, so it's the anniversary of my dad's passing, and I always like when this time comes around, I just always think of the last moment we had together, and I remember he took me to go get some Taco Bell. We got back to the house, and he spilled my drink. I was pissed about how blast. I was mad. Got in the house, and then like a couple of days later, I was like, I was acting like a brat. I need to call and like tell him sorry. But I was like, you find little excuses like, oh, I just started this new job, which I did, and it was like super early in the morning, and like, and my schedule was kind of weird, but I still had time. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't listen to that voice. And then I remember just one night, like I felt like something, you know what I mean? And I was thinking about my dad a lot, and I was like, I should call, but it was like 4 a.m. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. And it ended up being that at that time he was actually at the hospital and he passed. So it's like, I'm sad I didn't get to do that, but it's kind of like a funny story to me. Like the last interaction we had was like really like a dad-daughter moment,
interaction.
like a little
My Baja
bratty
Blast.
my Baja Blast. How dare you? Like that's always funny to me. But reach out though. It's for a reason that you're feeling that.
And I was just going to say, do it for you. It's not even about the other person. It's like, do it for you, because it's like when you get that feeling that's like, if I don't do this, I'm going to regret it. Or if I don't do this, I'm not going to stop thinking about it. Or if I don't do this, I'm going to know that I'm going to wish that I did it later. Just do it. Because even if you call them and they don't pick up, okay.
Yeah, you try.
It was the energy and the intention that's really carries it, right? So just honor the intention that is that feeling, because sometimes it doesn't manifest into, oh, we caught up, oh my God, it was so good to hear your voice. Sometimes it's just picking up and calling or texting or whatever. That is the purpose. It's just the energy. So yeah.
Yes, and also while I was reading, I saw that you typically notice more like signs and signals when you're present in life and awakened and just being in that time in that space and not thinking about the past or the future. You're just like in it now. So when you're thinking about other, you're not going to notice like different signs, especially if it's something that is repeated. You're probably not going to catch it because you all over the place.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to open to the floor for any times that you've had like a gut feeling, or anytime you saw something that you were just like, that's a sign, or that's telling me something right now.
Ooh.
Whether it's been in a dream or before you got a job, or
I have
good
one.
or bad.
This is my favorite one ever in life.
Come on.
Okay,
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hey, put it at the
Okay,
top.
we were in the pan pizza. We were,
We were in the pan pizza.
quarantine and all these things. People were like, do we go back to work? Do we not? Working from home, kind of come to the office, kind of like, we were in that real like just limbo phase of like COVID and everything. And I was like, oh, I have all like this money now, like that I didn't have before, because all the things that was happening, like all the payments and all these things that were happening during COVID, I ended up looking up. And I just had like a surplus of money, and I was like, I've never like moved out. I always want to move out, like have my own space. At that time, I knew I couldn't do it alone, so me and my boyfriend, we moved out together and we got a place. And I remember we saw a lot of spots, and then the last place that we went to, we saw it and we were like, this is cute, like I kind of like it. And then we got to my car and I plugged in my phone, I put it on shuffle, and the first song that came on was New Apartment by Ari Lennox. And I was like, what the hell? So like I put in my application. It was one of many, and that was the only one I got approved for.
Come on.
That's my one right there.
Yeah,
I like that.
I do too.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Yes.
Anybody got any other ones?
Any stories?
Nothing I can think of off the dome right now.
Off the top of my head, I can remember. Okay, I can remember when my grandmother passed on my dad's side. I remember like that. Like the night before, I had a dream about her, and I was supposed to go to school the next day, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go to school today. I was like, I have a feeling like my mom is about to come in here and tell me something. I didn't know what the hell. I was just like, So I literally I was getting all like, because I was wearing a uniform, so I had everything was laid out and pressed.
Yeah, you were getting gussied up, girl.
I had to get my tie on, like everything. And then my mom burst in my room. She's like, "You're not going to go to school today. We have to go visit your grandmother in the hospital." And I was just like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
And so we went, and I mean, I was a kid, and so it was like I knew and I felt it, but it was still like, fuck, like that's one of my best friends. So I was just like, what the hell? Like this woman, like she taught me how to make eggs and taught me how to like make things for myself. She taught me how to make grits. So it was just like,
Oh my god, you talking about food and I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
Right.
But I was just like so devastated to lose her. But at her funeral, I saw her, not like, in the casket, but I saw her. She was standing like next to the casket, and she was just standing like by the like curtain or whatever that was back there. And I was just like, hey,
girl.
like there's grandma. And my mom was like, yeah, I see her, baby, I see her. And I was like, no, like over there, right there
on the curtain.
And she just looked at me like. But that is one thing I can remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
I like that.
I think I might. I mean, it's similar to yours, but I did before my last grandfather passed. So I've lost all my grandfathers. I had 3, and the last one that I lost, I wasn't super close with. He's my mom's stepdad. We've also had some, exchanges. And he was always a very stern man, like super stern, very like just, So I didn't really see him smile much, if at all, right? There are a couple times I've seen him smile in my life. Yeah. But not many. And the night that he passed away, he was in the hospital. The night that he passed away, I had a dream about him. And he was in the car and he was driving us somewhere and he was smiling hard. I mean,
that's so beautiful.
hardest smile
Yes,
ever. And he
wow.
was smiling so hard. And I was like, what's up with Grandpa? Is he cool? But he genuinely like, and he couldn't hear me, but he was like driving and he was just happy. So then I woke up and then that's when my mom told me that my grandpa passed away. And I was like, I just had a dream about him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ooh, I got the chills.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Well, that wraps that up.
Hey, come on, under umbrella. Hey.
Are we closing the umbrellas?
Yeah.
One,
Oh,
two,
yeah.
three.
How you doing in reverse?
I don't know.
Is it?
I said, okay, y'all. What in the ASMR are we doing? Y'all, give us our money.
I don't know how you close it.
Yeah.
You know the ones that go click? That's my favorite kind.
Hey, because that's the one.
Yes.
My favorite.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all. So I don't know this isn't like a part of the normal show, but I just had this idea in my mind really fast. And I just want to it's nothing crazy. I just want to bring up a topic and get y'all opinions. I know we're probably getting to the point where we need to wrap it up in this time, but I really want to hear y'all opinions about this. Okay. So is this appropriate? Can I do this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. People have been having a social media debate about passing gas and pooping like comfortably around your partner. Okay, so I want to know, and this is not the typical audience that is really the voice of it. It's usually it's usually heterosexual cisgender males that are at the front of this conversation. But I want to know, do you feel comfortable really in front of your significant other? Are you very intentional about closing the doors when you're doing a number two? Are you more open? Do you talk to them about things that are going on in your body that are related to those things? Or you feel like that's very unattractive and you just do not do that with your partner? How do we, come on, I want to know.
Me, I'm a no. Absolutely not. I feel like bathroom time is one of the only times you truly do have to yourself and to be with at least for me, and just be by yourself. So I just don't even want to talk about anything that's going on in there. That's just my time to be by myself. And yeah, the couples who are I don't care, I take 3 shits right next to my man, he doesn't care, and vice versa. I do care. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to be around it. Close the door. Do you? Good
You
day.
do you.
So let's say y'all are laying in the bed and I'm just y'all are laying in the bed and you really have to fart. Are you getting up and leaving the room? Are you squeezing it out so it comes out quietly and hope it doesn't stink? What's happening? I'm curious.
You can't do that because you might think.
Wait, the ASMR.
You might think, and then you might stink.
Okay. And here he go.
Right.
I know you fucking lying.
Exactly. I don't really come across that bridge often, to be quite honest.
You're not a very gassy
You're not a gassy girl.
I'm
No,
not a
she's
gassy
not.
girl. I'm a very much so if I feel any rumble, tumble, anything, I think I have to go use the bathroom. I love going to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm out. See you, and sometimes it's nothing, and I'm oh, okay, cool. Ain't with nothing, but sometimes it's something. And he's all right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, God bless you for not being a gassy girl. That is a blessing.
I do have a funny story though. It has to do with the man I'm with right now. First night we met him. Well, we all met him. We're all in the room and we all were together.
Yeah.
But first night I met him. Went back to the place, and I think I was so incredibly just nervous to be around a new man. I was a few months out of a long ass relationship, 5 years, something like that relationship. And so I was oh my God, it's a new man. I'm at his place. And I had never had a man who had his own place and his own car. And I was just I was just so nervous. And then in the middle of the night, I guess when I was asleep, I was letting it go. And he when I woke up the next morning, he was like, last night.
But he loved that shit. You know why?
He did.
Because he's nasty.
Okay, I didn't
He
even.
said, I'm about to make her my girlfriend. Because you still with him, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I was there for 3 days.
Oh, come on now. First night met, 3 days later.
Come
Yeah.
on now. And haven't done it since. That's what you're saying.
No, yeah, haven't done this.
Wow.
since.
That was your introduction. That was your intro.
Yeah.
Like, hello, I am Frenchie.
Right. Hi.
Yes. If you could love me for this, you could love me for anything.
Yes.
baby.
Literally.
Yeah, I guess that's what's happening.
Yes. I'm interested in other opinions.
Me, I take shits with my partners. So yeah, I'm.
Same bowl?
I mean,
Like y'all face each other on the bowl?
No, not at the same time. But like, I can be in the bathroom while they're using the restroom, and I can also use the restroom with them clearly there. It takes a minute. Like, I don't just start like, all right, you my nigga. Let's go shit. I don't do any of that. But once I become comfortable, then yeah, like if you need to, I'll leave the door open. I want to hear the music. I still want to watch the TV show. Like I stick my head out. Like I'm that person.
Oh my God. You gotta be occupied when you on the toilet. You want it
Oh
out.
my God.
Okay.
I want, if I'm watching something good, I'm like, oh, I don't want to leave this, but I gotta go shit. So just keep the door open. And you can move, and he can move the TV too. So I was like, make it happen.
He is accommodating your bathroom style. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
Okay.
my Lord.
Okay. See, but I like this. Two different opinions.
Yeah.
Which is the debate. How do you feel?
You know, I like my privacy, so I feel like I'm gonna just. But I feel like after a while, like it's not gonna be like a thing. Like it's just gonna be like, I'm comfortable. I know you've been doing some things, and this is human. So what do you want me to do? So what do you want me to do about this? I'm human, bitch. So I don't know. I just feel like after a while, you're comfortable with this person. So after a while, it's just kind of like second nature to just be like,
Oh, that was a good one too.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. In my last relationship, I was that way. I was very comfortable. I was in that relationship for almost 7 years, and I was very much like I did it, he did it. It was like when I say did it, I mean we passed gas, when we were with each other comfortably, like whether we were laying down, whether we were just doing whatever it was not a big deal.
Right.
But in my new relationship, honestly, there's some mystery that I'm really like excited about keeping. And I kind of just want to challenge myself to see like how long can I actually go being really intentional about like not doing it, getting up, keeping those things private. Like it's almost like I just want to test. Like I've experienced it when I was very comfortable. And now I want to experience what a relationship would be like to not do those things and to just be very like delicate, because once you do the
it's like over.
It's over. Like that image is gone.
Exactly.
Which is why I'm like, I like my privacy. So if I need to step away, I would rather do that. But
yes.
after a while, I'm gonna just be like, hey nigga.
Hey nigga, what's up, my G?
You ready to get this down?
Not you ready to get down.
So you be letting the fart go back up?
Yeah, like I'm just very like I just don't do it, and he hasn't done it around me too, which I think is very interesting because I'm like maybe we're both on the same page about this, you know. And I feel like I don't want him to do it around me because once he does it, that like opens the door.
No, it's
your turn.
Exactly. Where now it's like okay, well he's comfortable, so are now you going to match that comfortability, or are you going to maintain where you're at? So there's a part of me that really is just like no.
Do I fake the funk?
Right.
Literally. Right. Literally. So yeah, I haven't done it, and I'm looking forward to not doing it. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. But I was TMI. You know what? I'm gonna keep that to myself. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person like this will be the last thing we can move it on. But I got like a little like those poopery sprays.
Those are heaven sent.
They are heaven sent because like my boyfriend always seems to get a place where the bathroom is like right next to the bedroom. You know, or like right next to the living room. And you're just like, no. So like I buy a bottle and I keep it at his place. Just so when I go over there, I be like, do my thing and I'm good. Yeah. Is that all we have
That's
today?
all we have for today.
OMG. Wow. This was such a jam-packed episode.
It was. And it was all so good.
I loved everything about this.
Yes.
Sarahn, thank you.
Sarahn,
Thank you so much for coming on and being our wonderful guest.
Yes, thank you. We love you.
Oh,
No, we love you.
We
Love you.
I love you.
You
all
bring
so
so much light and great energy to any situation any room that you step in.
Yes.
And you are a beautiful human being inside and out. You know I love you, boo.
I love you too, boo. I love you. I always say you one of the best things that's ever happened to my life, and it's the truth.
Come on.
So yes,
Aw,
yes,
that
yes,
is
yes.
really sweet.
It's true. It's so true.
You heard it here.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
The gospel truth.
And thank you to Joanna for being in the studio.
Joanna. Yay.
Can you tell me we're going to go get lit after this?
Yeah.
We are.
I know you fucking love Hey.
We might do a little something. But yeah, thank y'all so much for listening to this episode of The Black Umbrella. Happy TBU Thursday. Make sure you use the hashtag TBU Thursday so you can talk all about the episode and we can keep up with the conversation. Did you know you can watch? Because you can. Go to YouTube and just type in TBU Podcast and you'll find our page, and all of our episodes are there from this season at least, and you can watch them. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff at TBU Podcast. Send us an email, theblackumbrellapc@gmail.com. Do you want to know more about the lovely Sarahn here? Do you want to say, hey, I heard you was being, learning to become a yoga teacher. What's that about? What's that like? I kind of want to do that too. Maybe you have questions that you want to ask. We'll send them over and she'll answer them. I'm sure when she has the time. But we love y'all so much. Thank y'all for listening. And also, did you know it's almost the end of this season?
It is.
Oh my
We
God.
have like two more episodes. Yeah.
Wow.
God is good.
What a ride.
Woo, God is good.
God is good. This is episode 40.
Yes.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being with us all season long. We love y'all so much, and we'll talk to y'all next week.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.